A mysterious company kidnapped its job applicants and trapped them inside a giant factory. Their only task was to spin a 150-kilogram stone wheel. The daily target was 50 rounds. Anyone who reached it earned nothing more than a bottle of water and a piece of dry bread. Anyone who failed was quietly dragged away and executed with a poisonous injection. The moment Andy spotted a human skull lying near the machine, terror took over. He grabbed the stone wheel and spun it with everything he had. His hands bled, his muscles tore, and after pushing the wheel 100 times, he collapsed unconscious. That night, horrifying screams echoed through the factory. The workers who had failed their targets never returned. The next morning, fear became Andy's greatest motivation. He spun the stone even faster, finishing 150 rounds. This time, his reward was unbelievable. A 5-minute hot shower. To everyone else, it looked like a luxury. To Andy, it was proof that survival was possible. He thought of his pregnant wife waiting at home. He convinced himself that if he kept working harder, she would never have to worry about money again. Days passed and Andy became unstoppable. He reached an unbelievable 370 rounds in a single day. The company celebrated him as the perfect employee, calling him their greatest success story. But his success became everyone else's nightmare. The system recalculated the average human limit and instantly doubled every worker's target. People who had barely survived before now had no chance. Andy's grand reward for destroying his own body: a cheap pen with his name engraved on it. Realizing he had been manipulated, Andy exploded in anger and cursed the company. Instead of supporting him, the exhausted workers blamed him for making their lives even worse. The company punished him immediately. His new target remained 370 rounds, but now every 2 rounds counted as only 1. To survive, he would have to spin the massive stone 740 times every single day. When Andy considered giving up, the system displayed a terrifying message: if you stop working, every benefit promised to your family will be permanently canceled. Terrified that his wife and unborn child would suffer, Andy forced himself to continue. Against all odds, he completed 740 rounds, but he finally understood the truth. No matter how hard anyone worked, the company would simply raise the target forever. Determined to stop the madness, Andy convinced every worker to refuse to work for 1 day. If everyone scored 0 together, no one could be singled out. For a few glorious hours, the factory stood completely silent. Then the speakers crackled to life. Attention! Any employee with a score of 0 will be terminated tonight. Panic spread instantly. Andy begged everyone not to believe the threat, insisting the company could never kill hundreds of workers at once. Silence filled the room. Then one stone wheel began turning. Another followed. Within seconds, the entire factory echoed with the sound of desperate people sacrificing each other just to survive one more day. Andy realized fear had defeated them. Broken and furious, he attacked the security guards when they came for him. Just as the fight began, he suddenly opened his eyes. There were no prisoners, no factory, no stone wheels. The entire nightmare had been a high-tech psychological interview designed to measure leadership, endurance, and decision-making under impossible pressure. The interviewers applauded. Andy had passed. He was offered a high-paying executive position with a private office, premium benefits, and one simple responsibility: watching surveillance videos and deciding who was fit to become the company's next employee.